I'd been living my life as if I was going to die that day. So my whole focus was doing what I want to do and investing my money in making sure I was going to live, and also, just making sure I was going to live. And I go, okay, it's 7 years, I'm going to live. And I haven't planned for my future. I was working 14 hours a day, probably taking Sunday off once every 2 weeks. So I was putting a lot of background hours into building my business. I showed up literally within 20 minutes of seeing him, hearing how he rolls out his business model. Something tweaked inside of me and I went, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. This is my home. We do this thing about putting your promotion plan together, and Roger says, who's managing it? And I went, well, that would be me. And that was something that changed me, because it's like, oh, hang on a second, I'm managing things, I shouldn't be managing this. When we had our last team meeting, and I said, well, what is it that you want to learn? And they didn't feed back to me what they wanted to learn. They said, well, we want to be able to promote you doing this. Can you show us how? And it was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I realized it's time to let them fly. By adding a price point of $97, we get people in, they get an early win, and they go, okay, I trust this person, I like this person more, I want to work with them more, rather than having a whole lot of free people in your business and not going on to do the next level. It's like a leaky bucket. And the profit that I've earned has now been allowed to go somewhere else rather than just to be pulled back into the business or in my health. And that's allowed me to make my dream come true, which was always to buy a mountain property in Costa Rica that overlooks the ocean, part of a community building, Vista Mundo, which is the Evolutionary Business Council's community of a large retreat centre that's going to house 100 people for big transformational retreats. Moving forward, I've now got a solid, stable platform that works. Everything's converting really nicely. So now it's about getting out there and impacting millions.